How's it going? My name is William, and this is my so-called life. My so-called life is sponsored by... This week was definitely the week of unfinished projects. I decided to go back and finish a few projects, and I was not disappointed with the results. I also added a patch on something that probably was on its way to the dump, but I brought it back to life. And I also decided to keep refurbishing a pair of pants that I have been sewing on for quite a while. But like I always say, instead of talking about it, let's go check it out.
They're just touching Touchtronic memory machines.
Incredible.
I'm Polly Bergen. Only Singer makes machines this easy to use. Touch. The memory remembers your stitch pattern instantly. Touchtronic speed control remembers to adjust your fabric thickness.
What about basting?
Touch. Great. You can forget about your sewing machine and concentrate on sewing. The Touchtronic memory machine family. Come take a test, Touch.
So recently on a live stream, I called this material that I'm wearing bed sheet material. One of the reasons I called it that is because I had no other way to describe how incredibly thin it was. I purchased it for $1 a yard, and I purchased it at the San Fernando Valley swap meet. The funny thing is, the only real place I get prices like that is with Modelo Man downtown. So I was kind of shocked, and I bought quite a few yards. I didn't know what I was going to do with it, and I have absolutely fallen in love with this design. At first, I was going to make a coat / duster, but I've reached that weird point of I do not know what to do with the collar. So let me know in the comments. While I was live streaming, I got some really awesome suggestions, but I still haven't decided what I'm going to do. So let me know in the comments what you think, how it looks, and like I always say, stay creative, keep sewing. So this week, I decided to go back and finish quite a few unfinished projects. It feels good, but also, I absolutely have fallen in love with the 1990s look. I've added my peasant style hood, and I've created something, and it has become my style. I love the thin or thick undershirt because I'm always wearing a vest, and I'm constantly layering. It just goes with my so-called life look. Once again, I have fallen in love with something, and the results are absolutely amazing. I had a great time doing this, but more than anything else, I finished quite a few projects. So, like I always say, stay creative, keep sewing. Going to the swap meet has become part of my Saturday mornings, and it's something that I absolutely enjoy doing. I love rummaging through clothes, finding deals, haggling with people, and I recently found a vendor that has everything for $1, to the point where I sheepishly ask every single time, like, how much is this? How much is this? I found something that I thought was just like a regular shirt, but it was long. And it was also made by Shein. So in my mind, it was on its way to the dump, and I saved a shirt that probably was going to end up somewhere and help destroy the environment. But I saved this shirt, and I added a beautiful patch to it. I love the way it came out, and it totally fits with my tie-dye style, and it looks great under a vest. So I'm definitely going to call this one a victory here in the House of Sewing, and I am all about recycling, reusing, and refurbishing as much as you can. So, like I always say, stay creative, keep sewing.
Get the most fun out of life, out of being a mother and wife, with new fashion excitement that's all created by you. On your new Touch and Sew
Sewing machine by Singer.
Touch and Sew.
Another first from Singer.
Be the girl with the golden touch on your new Singer Golden Touch and Sew machine. Dozens of exclusive features, like this new built-in needle threader for the golden slant needle and the push-button bobbin that winds right in the machine. What a wonderful new feeling. You can do all three kinds of sewing: straight, zigzag, and chain stitch.
Touch and Sew, the push-button bobbin way.
Come sew on one at your Singer Center. Choose from 5 Touch and Sew models from $149.95.
What's new for tomorrow
Is at Singer today.
So I absolutely love mending clothes. I kind of started off upcycling, refurbishing, and recycling everything. But the one thing that I have been doing over the years repeatedly is saving my old pairs of pants. I add patch after patch, and eventually this pair of pants is going to be one giant patch. As you know, as the years go on, as they get washed, the patches loosen up. I have to add to them, and that's where the artwork begins. Recently, I could not find my tin of thread. And yes, this room is filled with cliches, and this is the biggest one. There is not cookies in here. It is nothing but thread. So I finally found my thread, and I'm gonna mend my old pants. I'm just gonna start adding the patches and see what happens. You know, between all of the refurbishing, sewing, and everything that's been going on this week, I almost forgot that I also purchased 2 coats at the swap meet. And during a live stream, I decided to cut the sleeves off, and they both came out amazing. The denim vest is a piece of canvas to me, and I haven't necessarily decided what I'm going to put on it, but it will be spectacular. The other black jacket, I really didn't know how it was going to come out, but when I cut the sleeves off and I put it on, it fit perfect. I'm going to add a patch or two to it, but there's really not much more to do. It is beautiful. I'm definitely going to call this a win here in the House of Sewing. You know, I always say this, but there is never a boring day here in the House of Sewing. If you've made it this far, I absolutely thank you. And like I always say, reinforce your seams, be yourself, and I will definitely see you next time.